that is Nancy Moshiri, Sahara Events. Today, this event has been facilitated by collaborations of different companies working with Kenyans abroad, working with Kenyans in Kenya, and globally as well. We have Champion Homes, we have TUMATUMA, we have Nyota, Njema, and we have STOKE Diaspora SACCO. Can we give them a hand clap, please? They intentionally decided it's about time we find each other. No one does well. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. Many companies that have grown very well, they've grown because they've collaborated. So this is a one step that has never been done before, and I'm so proud to know I'm part and parcel of that collaboration. If we are talking businesses, we are talking mentoring. And I would not start the event before I talk about a young entrepreneur. She's only 13 years old. She was one of the first of Kenya this year, Bethany. Please come here, Bethany. Our fruits are well known because of how many we've pulled up. And I believe we cannot start doing well if we haven't mentored the little one. So Bethany, tell us about your business.
So, as you've heard, my name is Bethany, and my business is called Silk Oasis. So, I make a variety of soaps, hair butters, oils, just anything that's really nourishing for your body and your hair. This is what gets my hair so thick and healthy like this. So, this hair butter is one of our best sellers, but before I go into that, I would just like to share my story about Silk Oasis. So about 10, 11 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with hemicord syndrome on one side of her leg. This means paralysis. So she fought that battle for loads of years, and it really gave me the motivation to be who I want to be today. And that's mostly why I started Silk Oasis, and that's why my dream has come true of this sort of thing.
Well, how much are we selling it for?
So it's £12.50, but some of it can go to the Face of Kenya charity, the organisation that Janet runs here, to build a school in Africa, because I believe everyone deserves a good education.
Thank you. You can hold it to yourself. So go, even if it's one word you give her, even if it's your contact you give her, let it be a pathway to her growth. Thank you very much, Bethany. I just wanted to make sure that I get excited about young people big time because I'm an educator. So when I see young people doing well, I have to shout out. That I even forgot to put our welcome remarks from Lucy Kihara, who is going to Champion Homes. Give it up for Lucy. She has done really well.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I know you've not eaten, but I'm sure we shall be eating soon. But thank you all so much for coming in today. And I want to take this opportunity to appreciate everybody that honored to even click on the link and register. I know we've had a lot of calls today with people telling us that I thought I'll just walk in. And unfortunately, I can still see there's those that registered that have still not showed up. But having said that, I want you to just bear with us for the time that we indicated to start, and we did not start on that time because there was a little bit of a delay due to the fact that there was an event happening here last night and the hall wouldn't have been ready on time. But we're here and we'll make sure that we catch up on time. And while we put this together and while we decided to get together, I believe in partnerships and healthy collaborations. I believe any business runs not because of competition, but because of the partnerships that you work with. Probably someone will say that you're in real estate. How do you work with Nyota and Njema and they're also in real estate? And I've had that question so many times. But I believe that what Nyota and Njema is selling today is not what I'm selling, it's not what I'm doing. And even if they did that, don't we all go into Tesco, Asda, and they are all together? we make choices of where we want to be. And that is why tonight we have a consortium of few companies, and I'm grateful to have partnered with great companies like STOKE SACCO, TUMATUMA, Nyota, Njema, and not forgetting that we've also been powered a little bit on our drinks that we are having tonight, and some of it done by Capital Returns Kenya and Diaspora Insurance. So even after you've invested with us or in us in any way, make sure you still have a life insurance, make sure you are insured, because it'll be a waste if you did that and you do not have an insurance, isn't it? Imagine that you've paid, done all that, and then halfway somehow you can't do it and you don't have insurance. So that is why we have all this in one consortium, one house. So it's a full house, and I'm sure that by the time you leave this place tonight, you'll have found something and invested in one of the companies here tonight. So make sure that you don't just have a plate of food. Make sure that you leave having invested, whether it's a download, whether it's a house from Champion Homes, or whatever it is. Tonight we are here for you. So thank you all so much for coming. I don't want to waste much time. And again, I want to appreciate our young girl, Bethany. Bethany, before you leave here, make sure what we agreed. I like to see young people rising. And for her to even see that there's an event happening and come here, I think is a big example of the generation that is coming up after us. We are old, but we still have future that is being built. So make sure, I know she did not say she's selling, but make sure, and you forgot to say your hair is a product of your own products. Yeah? Oh, you said? People didn't come and touch, so they know it's not a wig, you know? We like evidence, you know? Some of us may feel it's just a good parting. Now, it's her own hair. I used it too. I used the same oil. So make sure you promote her, gift it to someone. Even if you are bald, just buy it and then go and gift someone. Even I'm accepting gift for our Christmas. So thank you all so much. And let's hope that tonight we will network. You'll leave here having done some business. Some of you are business owners. So thank you so much for coming. And I hope that it will be a great evening. God bless you all.
That is CEO of Champions, a woman who is stand. Pamina's Karaoke, and Lucy, Jeremy, and Dr. Isaiah. Pamina's representing Nyota, Njema, Dr. Isaiah representing Stroke UK Diaspora Circle, Lucy representing Champions Home, and Jeremy representing TUMATUMA. Can you come to the front, please? We cut the cake so we can have our dessert. Why they are giving us the cake is to tell you the Kenya cake is big. We cannot finish investing in Kenya. The cake is big for everybody, isn't it? The investment cake in Kenya is big for everybody. And it's important that we have TUMATUMA here. We have Nyota, Njema is missing. Pamina's Karaoke is taking the theme of the meeting, networking, seriously. Right, so as they cut the cake, I want you to be thinking about why we're having the cake. So we have a knife over here. TUMATUMA, Nyota, Njema, Champion Homes, and Stroke UK Diaspora Circle. We've never been called as diaspora to eat together, to collaborate. So can we give them a hand clap, please, for doing that? I'm going to be calling the event coordinator, Nancy, Sahara event as well. Are you ready to cut the cake? She'll tell us a little bit about the cake as well.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. But let me start with our baker had a lot of challenges on putting these companies together. And what can I say? It have come out, it look nice. Is TUMATUMA, Nyota, Njema, STOKE. Are we missing anybody? So we did a great job. Well done. Now, let's do it. Where's our DJ?
And of course, what she's saying, ingredients, each one of the companies bringing something on the table. Each one sitting down there is bringing an ingredient to this collaboration. So as we eat the cake, let us really think carefully. What can I bring to this collaboration? How can I put myself there? That is what I'm looking forward to hear from their presentation later on. So feel free to cut the cake. DJ, uko na music? Oh, we lost the DJ. The only lady in the... Yeah? In our culture, we say, we are kata. We need some plates. We need some plates. Kata keki tukule sasa. We all want to be billionaires in Kenya. Kata keki tukule. Kata keki. Kata keki. Kata keki tukule. They are happy collaboration. They are laughing. They are enjoying this. It's not just a cake. We want the billions to go to the people. Invest together. That is why we are here. And we're going to be feeding ourselves. You give it to yourself because you're the one who have to put the work in. Don't think that anybody else is going to make you shine. You've seen us going places, we take ourselves there. So, it's a huge cake, eh? I think there's a company there which is saying, Champion Homes are saying, we are a big cake. So, we will cut the cake later on and everybody can have a share. So, DJ, I'll leave it to you for music as we arrange that.
Nimekuwa kama samaki kutamani nisivyoviweza, kama nitanga niliapa nioe muweza, na kama bahati mwenzenu nilishapoteza. Squeezy ujanja ni kunywa mchuzi wa pweza. Haya maneno alinena wazee wa zamani, ukiwa mjanja kuchapiwa ni siri ya ndani. Haya maneno alinena wazee wa zamani, ukiwa mjanja kuchapiwa ni siri ya ndani. Masikini roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako. Mujini musingi kiuno, kisha tendwa ndo bye bye. Ya msondo mumpe ngurumo, hayo mengine hayamfai. Mbona penzi limechacha naye, wacha niguse niachane naye. Asinigande nigombane naye, hakuna mapenzi usibishane naye. Haya maneno alinena wazee wa zamani, ukiwa mjanja kuchapiwa ni siri ya ndani. Haya maneno alinena wazee wa zamani, ukiwa mjanja kuchapiwa ni siri ya ndani. Masikini roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako masikini. Roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi, roho yangu mimi niachie wende zako. Record. Was it on the I wake up in the morning, in the morning.
Kindly go and get your dessert. The cake and the fruits are ready. Just go get your dessert so we can continue with the meeting shortly. If you could kindly stand up and get your dessert.
Mazu on the beat. When I wake up in the morning, in the morning, as soon as I kiss in the morning, in the morning, nalala picha kitandani, kitandani, kitandani. Mapenzi yanaumiza moyoni, moyoni, moyoni. Wewe ndo pacha wangu, mrithi wa bibi. Utuna visa vyangu, vyote nakukabidhi. Even me mama, unaniumiza. Usiku kipiga simu, unajiliza. Nasikia umeolewa, nitaleta zawadi. Tunza heshima isiwe hivi mradi. I love you baby, I love you baby. Japo shida inabidi nizoe, sina budi nizoe. I love you baby, I love you baby. Japo shida inabidi nizoe, sina budi nizoe. I love you baby, I love you baby. Japo shida inabidi nizoe, sina budi nizoe. I love you baby, I love you baby. Japo shida inabidi nizoe, sina budi nizoe.
What do they do? And with your networking, how do you envision yourself working with them? Very, very important. So I'm going to be randomly bringing the microphone, so everybody should be ready. I'm giving you 1 minute to get ready of who you're going to share. So if you're not very sure about who they are, their name, what do they do? And from what they do, what's your goal about networking with them? How can you see yourself working with them? Let us go there. So 1 minute only for you to jot it down. There's a little paper. A good business person also write down, always writes down. DJ, no? We are formal now. We are formal. DJ. Okay, now. Thank you, DJ. Are you listening? Everybody now has to be quiet. I gave you 1 minute. Okay, I'll add you another 1 minute. I'll add you another one. I can see the class is not ready. I'll add you a minute. I will start by myself. Who did I know and what do they do?
Nimekuwa nikijishughulisha na marege na maraga, mablues zikafanya mimi nikalala. Sasa nimeamka baba, naimba kigosho. Waliniambia kigosho poa, nifunge kilemba juu ya kichwa na nijue Gikuyu wakaniambia kigosho poa, niruke katikati ya wimbo hivi.
We are not socializing, we are networking. Get the difference. If you're laughing out loud, that is socializing, not networking. All right. Thank you, DJ. I'll start by myself. Thank you. Are you ready to hear about my networking? Okay. I'll ask Mr. Show to stand up. When I was doing my networking exercise, I've known Sho for a while as an individual. He's called Mr. Sho Ngoge. Today he pitched his business to me. He's working in the money market. If you have some money you've put aside for yourself and you don't know where to take it for a short time or long time, he deals with investment. So I can see myself wanting to know more what kind of investment, how much money. So it is a knowledge or a networking that I would like to push. So as in the future we are talking about money market and investment, there's Mr. Shongo. Give it up for show. Thank you. Tell us. I'm sorry, it's random allocation. Who did you know? What did they do? They can stand up as well when you're talking.
Okay. I'm Christine, and I spoke to Nelly. Stand up. I spoke to him as well. So Nelly, I've known Nelly for a while, but I didn't know she wants to start farming. She wants to do farming in Milton Keynes, but last year she did her harvest for the first time, and she sold some maize. That is Nelly Wamboy.
Well, give it up for Nelly. We have an upcoming farmer in this room tonight. Are we inspiring? Are we empowering? Okay, I come back to this table here. I want to hear, who did you network with? Are you ready? Because we also have to speak to the gentleman. The microphone is all yours.
Oh, hello. I spoke to Anne earlier, and she told me that she does, she's an agent, and she does deal with money. And I want to learn more from her. Thank you.
She also deals with money. It's important to hear that. I can see Mama here. Mama, did you network? Mama did not network. So tell us, who did you network with and what are they doing?
Hi, everyone. My name is Anne. And this evening, I had an opportunity to network with Mr. Paul, this gentleman here. And Mr. Paul is a consultant with children and families, social services, and he's looking after the welfare of children and their families. Thank you.
So, Mr. Paul, did you network yourself?
I did indeed. Hi, good evening all. Yeah, I did a lot of networking. Yeah, so I had a chance to talk to Lady K from Njema, UK. As a Luo, I don't know what Njema means, so you need to explain. It's your Njema.
Wow. I got done. I had to move. Right. On this table we have our friend, Richard.
Hi there. Oh. Sorry. That wasn't part of the deal.
Now it is.
Hi there, my name's Richard. I spoke with Albert this evening, and he said he can get things for me. I didn't quite know what that meant, but it's in procuring, and he can get hold of IT hardware solutions, which works well with my business. So I hope he's in contact.
Thank you very much. You look like you're ready to speak. You proper networked, right? You look very expectant, like, I want to say something. What would you like to say about networking? If you did not network with anybody, tell us. I actually did it. Wow, he failed us tonight. So by the end of the night, I'll come back to you. Now, we got to go back to the former program, but not until we have spoken to our people here. Nelly, who did you network with? What's their business?
Hi. I think I networked with a lot of people, but my biggest person that I networked with is none other but Ken. Just because he's right behind me, and I just admired his commitment because when we were eating, he was busy just doing his work. So for me tonight, I'm afraid he's my biggest person I networked with. Thank you.
Wow, give it up to Ken, UKENTV. As we're getting to go back, yes, who did you network with?
I was hoping against hope she wouldn't come to me because I didn't actually network. As I approached the table there was Lady K, and I didn't even ask her what she does. I said I don't want porridge.
So you networked with the porridge.
Yes.
There's OG mix, that's what we call it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I did a little bit of networking, and I spoke to the lady seated next to me. And it's very important to speak to sit next to brainy people. This lady you see here has got a big idea. She's right now thinking of opening a hub for Kenyans where you can do a point where you can do everything. You can go and have Kenyan food. You can go and have coffee. You can go there and network. If you want a date, you will date there. If you want, yeah, it's true. Everything in one place under one roof, which I thought was brilliant.
Hey, well done. And that's Winnie over there. She's talking about the hub. That was good networking. Can I request you to be quiet, please? We are finishing this exercise.
Good evening, everyone. I talked to Zippy, and honestly, I've been looking for someone to help me do exports in UK, and I never met anyone. Everybody I talked with was very slippery, and today I'm just sitting next to her. So she's working with Kenya Exports. If you need to do anything with that, here she is.
That's a good one. That's a good one. We do have young people in the building. Did you network at all?
Yes, I did. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been around talking with everyone, trying to understand what people do. And I've discovered that a lot of people do a lot of things, which is great. So I would start by saying I've networked with the chairman, Oino, come to Paminas, around most people in this table, even Lucy there. So yeah, I wanted to know what the companies do and how they can help me achieve whatever I want to achieve. And I think everybody here wants to do that as well. Thank you.
Well, guys, that's Joram. He was one of us some years back on Face of Kenya. And I love to see you becoming a businessman. You're becoming. Give it up for her again, because young people are where we are taking our wealth. Yes, lady in green. Were you here when we're doing the networking? No, I didn't think so. I didn't. So let's go to Mr. Zach.
Yeah, I've got two. Hi, good evening, everybody. Yeah, my name is Zach, and I had the pleasure to network with a lady called Grace. And she had a very good idea in here and back in Kenya to do with healthcare and looking after old people, which is a very good idea that need to be explored. And we've got Famous, another lady that deals with property, Martha. So at least could say quite a fruitful evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies doing well, doing well. I know you were not here during the networking, but there was a young man who was there.
Hi, I'm John. I've interacted with Christine. I've interacted with Grace. Then a trio of very brilliant gentlemen. His Chege, his Albert, his Mogo. They deal with a lot of sourcing and investment into different portfolios.
Thank you very much. Have you got anyone that inspired you during the networking?
My name is Chege. I had the pleasure of networking with a few ladies before the event. We were how many were we?
We're
About
like
10
about
of us.
12.
Yeah. So we discussed a lot to do with healthcare, a lot to do with the need for training with people in the healthcare industry. We also discussed general matters. We also introduced ourselves and what we do. We're going to take this forward.
Fantastic ladies in healthcare. There were many of them doing businesses. Give it up for them. And we have Sheila over here. Speak to us. What did you pick up?
Good evening, everyone. I am Sheila Gatonye. Some of you may know me. So I was told to do networking. But honestly, I was so happy to see some of the faces here that I haven't seen for quite a while. And then I networked with, actually, let me first start with Wahome there at the corner, because Wahome is from Hemel Hempstead, and Wahome does not know we have a Kenyans in Hertfordshire. So he's my first project for today. And then we've got Martha here, who is a nurse. She works at Royal London Hospital, and she mainly specializes in kidneys. So one of the things she says is it is still part of investment, because health, we all know health is, I see you guys have eaten. Health is good. So her main job is to make sure that we look after our kidneys. Thank you very much.
Well, we have many people we could call, and I would like to come back later on this exercise, but we have to go on with the meeting. But as you can see, it's already happening. Why we came here today is to find collaborations for business. And we want to thank the 4 companies that have made it possible. So now we'd have a presentation by one of the companies that's really doing well in the fintech industry. I mean, you see me wearing my color today. Who am I wearing like? So you know who is talking. Who am I wearing like? Do I look like TUMATUMA? Yes. So now Lucy's starting to feel, are you branding them? There's a question there. So the next presentation is from the TUMATUMA team. I want to welcome them. Thank you very much, Mr. Jeremy. Your microphone.
Thank you so much, Janet. And it's great to have our newest ambassador, Janet Wanaina. And it is such a treat to be introduced by her, the queen of the face of Kenya and UKENTV. And I also want to thank Lucy Kahara from Champion Homes, who organized this event together. And it's wonderful to be sharing this platform with STOKE SACCO, with Dr. Isaiah and Joshua from STOKE SACCO, with Lucy from Champion Homes, with my very good friend Permanus from Nyota and Njema. And of course, we are TUMATUMA. And of course, TUMATUMA means send, not to be confused with Tuma.com, that outfit from Friday. You can forget all about them. We are the real deal. We are TUMATUMA. And before we get into our presentation, I want to share our wonderful team. The fact is, we are Kenyan. We are truly Kenyan. My name is Jeremy, but you can call me Kamau. Kamau Muramati Wabesha. And we are proud to be Kenyan, whether it's in spirit and soul or whether it's in birth. And I want to introduce you our fantastic team, starting with our executive director, Boniface Waweru Karanja. Give it up. For our wonderful head of business development, Bhavita Shah. And last but definitely not least, head of customer service, Nelson Gishure Irungu. So why are we here? Why is TUMATUMA here? And what is the role that we have to play? So yes, our name is Send, but we are grounded in Kenyan community. We were built because we know about the struggle that Kenyans have in getting their money back home to their loved ones, to their communities, to their families, and to their businesses and employees. And that's one of the things that really differentiates us. We're not just another bank or another fintech. We are connecting communities, empowering dreams, and enabling hardworking individuals and businesses Kenyan diasporan businesses to send money back home. We do bill payments, we do business payments, we do bulk and regular and recurring payments, and we help invest in your dreams as well. That's why it's such a privilege to be here with STOKE SACCO, to be with Nyota and Njema, and with Champion Homes. We're working with all of these three companies to make sure your hard-earned money can go into the investments with these companies at the cheapest possible rate. So thank you all to our wonderful team. Thank you for hosting us here, Lucy, and of course, Janet, our newest brand ambassador from Face of Kenya. And now I'd like to give you to our head of business development, who's going to do the presentation, Bhavita Shah. Thank you all for having us tonight.
Thank you, everybody. A very good evening. It's really very, very delightful to be among such a wonderful crowd. We've had a very good networking exercise, and I've spoken to most of you personally. But I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm going to keep the presentation very practical and something you can take home and think that, yes, I can trust TUMATUMA to send money back home. So I'm going to very quickly run through the presentation, and if you have any questions, you can, of course, come back to us later during the presentation also and after. So I think Jeremy is already introduced. We are Kenyan-based, right? So we really understand the pain of the Kenyan diaspora when it comes to moving money. All of us are into the business of making money, right? Of course, it's hard, it's stressful. But moving money is another aspect, right? Which all of us are exposed to in one way or the other. It could be an individual or a business. As an individual trying to send back money back home, you know, just ensuring that the funds are there on time. It could be a family, a relative who needs it. It could be your suppliers, you know, all who are desperately waiting for the money to hit the account. And you stressing on the other side to ensure that the funds are there at the time which is guaranteed by the company. So I'm going to cover all these aspects very briefly as I go through my presentation. So we are global and distinctive. Of course, we are Kenyan based. We have a registered entity in Kenya, which is known as AfriSend. So they are registered money transfer operator who can actually deliver the funds to any bank account, and it's real-time settlement from UK, from US, from Canada, and from UAE. So we are regulated in UK, and we will be very soon licensed in Canada. So all your business requirements, it's from Canada to Kenya. It could be in local Kenyan shillings, or it could be in USD as well. So and GBP. So we will be able to incorporate all those multi-currency requirements within our product. That's why we say we are global. Technology platform. So that's very important, right? As soon as I get on my web page, am I able to see most of the aspects which I need to do the money transfer, right? Do I have an account? Do I have the rates which are there on the platform? Do I have the fees? Is there transparency? So we cover all these aspects in our platform. And credible and regulated, it's very, very important. We are in UK, right? So everything is regulated, you know. So we have to ensure that we are fulfilling the regulator requirement, we are fulfilling the FCA, and we are using the banks to make the transfer, which is safe and secure. So what's our proposition? I briefly touched on multi-currency accounts. So if you are a UK entity, a business entity which is registered here, we can offer you a GBP account. You can collect the funds in that GBP account from your customers, from your business suppliers, and we will deliver those funds to Kenya. And the specialty, well, you'll be asking us, okay, what are you providing different from other partners, right? So what we touch upon is bulk payments. These are business payments, right? If you go on any other app, you know, which are remittance based, so come a particular threshold and a limit, you could see that you're stuck there. It could be you have crossed the limit, you have to go through compliance, you have to give some documents, some invoicing, and the entire chain just starts, right? And then you will be like, oh, they can't deliver my funds, let me go to a bank. And then you have another set of issues which come. So what we do in TUMATUMA is we provide you a customized solution, which is flexible and is as per your requirement. So as a customer, if you call me and say, Bhavita, I need to send this much funds to Kenya, I will be able to deliver. So I designed that solution, the customized solution for you. Of course, using banks, because we are regulated, funds come in our GBP account, and the funds are delivered through AfriSend which is our licensed entity in Kenya. So So we cover all these currencies: GBP, Euro, USD, and AED. And of course, individual payments, M-Pesa, M-Pesa is of course very highly used in Kenya. So we do that, and we do bank account payouts. FX rates, very important. I think I met somebody today and I said our rates are very good. And they were like, oh, I wish I would have sent it through you. So we are very transparent with the rates. We will give you the market rate. So that's something we can guarantee. You call me, we can negotiate, and we can provide you the best rate. Bespokes, okay, so we offer Kenya, and we do offer other East African countries as well. So we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, we have Uganda, Tanzania. So all those countries. I'm touching on Kenya right now because I can see the requirement is mainly Kenyan based. So the advantage, we are diaspora built, we are 100% rooted in Kenya. We have been born out of Kenya. That's where we were licensed first. UK came later, and then we are expanding to other countries. Customized solution, that's what I touched upon. We are regulated, and we are providing SMEs to enterprise to individuals. So if whatever I have said today, makes some sense for your business and it helps you, I really implore you that you come and talk to us. I think I will also give the mic to Gishore, who can run through the app for you as to how do you sign up on our app as an individual, as a business. And that's something which we can help us. If you can register us today, then we'll be able to help you and talk to you maybe the next week or the week later and see how we can work together. So all I can say is I hope you earn more money and you send more money through TUMATUMA and you stress less. So thank you so much.
Good evening. Habari ya jioni. Tuko salama. First and foremost, we want to say thank you because I've seen some of my customers here, quite a number. So I'll just say thank you. Thegyo muno. Erokamano. Which is the other one? Asante sana. Ate? I was looking for all the languages that I can know. But I just want to say thank you so much for patronizing us. So I had a video, just wanted to run through it. But if it doesn't, tell you what. Do you have your phone with you? Yeah? Are you able to go to the website? Any, Google, Chrome, whatever else that you use. You just type there TUMATUMA. One word. TUMATUMA. I just want to show you something. Can you see it? Which color is it? Which color is it? It is what? Not to be confused with? Sijasema kitu. Mimi sijasema kitu chairman. Nimesema tu yetu ni yellow na hatudanganyi. Anyway, so now what we do is that we will, if you see on the table, we have a QR code which you can scan. I don't know whether you have those small you can scan that, or you can scan this other one. And when you go into the app, whether web-based or you go to iOS, now I need to correct that. We are not yet on iOS, but we are on App Store. So if you're an iPhone, Udosi inakuja Play Store. Udosi inakuja, lakini bado haijafika, lakini inakaa mtabia abia neighbor hapo inakuja. Inakam up. Yeah, so if you scan there, you just register, and then within the next 24 hours, I'll send you an email to self-verify. Yeah? To self-verify. And once you self-verify, you are ready to send money. Sawa sawa. Ukikwama. Kwa sababu unaweza kuwa ukitoka hapa Milton Keynes kwenda wapi? London, Houston. alafu ufike na hapa Luton, upate there was a major incident. I don't know whether yesterday you heard about the major incident. You heard, eh? What happens to you when you're on the train and the driver says, we are facing a red traffic light, so we are stopping? Yeah? You pray. But there's something else that happens to you. If the driver of the train does not say what's going on, what happens to you? Panic, anxiety, uncertainty, isn't it? What if they come back and they say, oh, the only reason we had stopped is because somebody had jumped on the rail, but it will be cleared within the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 hours, or go back home. No, that's also an option, isn't it? And they tell you that, what happens to you? You are relieved. You say, yes, I have not gotten to Houston, but I know the reason why and how long I will. That's why I come in as your customer service manager. So because we are dealing with apps and technology, and we're also dealing with Besha. Yeah, and I know how Besha can cause you anxiety. So I don't want you to be dealing with a bot. Have you ever dealt with a bot? Yeah, you're asking this question, they're answering another question. I want you to talk to me and tell me I sent money 1 minute ago, 3 minutes ago, and something is happening, or it's not going through. Then I'll tell you, give me 2 minutes, give me 3 minutes, give me 24 hours, let me have a look, depending on the complexity of the issue. The customer service manager and our team. And the only slogan that we have at TUMATUMA is very, very simple. If you guess this one, I give you a t-shirt. And not you guys. Slogan at TUMATUMA. No, I don't mean that one. I mean the one for customer service. Let me tell you. It is simple. Service, service, service. 3 services. Those are the things we want to promise you as customer service, that will make sure that at least you can talk to somebody who is a human being, whom you can see. There. You know, okay. Yeah, it's called Nelson. You can always talk to me and we'll be able to sort you out. I hope you know you have downloaded. I was giving you time to download. Yes, please. Yes. 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 So you have to go to, for now, because you're about to get the iOS on like there. But for now, you need to go to the web. Yeah, the web page, and you can send from the web page. Yes. So as Bavita said, we are geared towards even making the businesses more. And you know, a lot of businesses would rather do, the businesses would rather do the web-based. Yeah. Because you want to integrate, you want to do so many other things. Yeah. Yeah. So that is already running and good to go. Yeah. Any other question? Yes. What is the rate? I was waiting for that one. That is what I was waiting for. Now, I have a flask for whoever can tell me today's CBK rate. No, lift up your hand so that I know who it is. CBK rate. Lift up your hand if you know. Indicative rate. Now, that's a Gen Z. Amesha Google. Very fast. But you lifted. See now. But your hand was up. What is it? 170.11. But you know that 0.11 makes the difference. Yes. I have a flask for you. Paminas. Wewe nimekuona kitu umefanya. So I have a flask for you because of that. Now, today, our rate is at 170. Okay? So if you're sending money today, and if I see you have sent money today, I also have a gift for you. Yes. No, there is no however. You send money, even if it's just 50. how many? 10 pounds to your M-Pesa number. You see me, I have a gift for you. Yes, I have a gift for you. Yes. I can give you a t-shirt, or I can give you a flask, or I can give you something that turns color when you put on hot water. So depending on how much you're sending, I can give you that. But today I'm feeling generous. Anybody, if you send today, just come. I'll give you a t-shirt. But for him, he has a flask. Sir. Yes. Sorry? What did you say, sorry? Oh, the reverse. Oh yes, we're able to facilitate that as well. If you need to send money from Kenya to UK, just see us. And we'll facilitate that for you. Yes. That is where we come in. Okay. I know Janet is harakishing me, but let me answer that question. Individual is when you are registering as yourself. As, what's your name? Martha. Yeah, but you also have a company called Rivarori Company Limited. That one registered under the institution. Yes. So you decide on which one you want to do. Otherwise, I just want to stop there because of time. And
just one last word from our executive director, Boniface Waweru Karanja.
Thank you, Jeremy. I'll be very, very brief because of the time. My name is Boniface, and I'm one of the co-founders of TUMATUMA. And I would like to talk and give one reason why we founded TUMATUMA. I'm a product of well-wishers. I don't know how many people know Plan International. That was an NGO back in 90s. And they used to take children from less privileged homes and educate them, give them uniforms. And I was one of the beneficiaries. But at times I could be sent home because lack of school fees or because money did not reach, or if it was sent, it did not reach the correct intended people. And as such, TUMATUMA have come in. We have invested heavily with technology. We have one of the best compliance team that will ensure that money is sent and traced from where to the right person. Having said that, TUMATUMA will ensure that we are impacting dreams positively. So it is TUMATUMA supporters. It is Kenyan owned, going global. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give it up for TUMATUMA. When we have solutions right at our doorstep, let us take use of it. I was happy to see that engagement because what it means, for me especially, most companies do have that app when you send money for your mother, individual send. But I think the big cake right here is for businesses. And this event today being a networking for business event, I think what you've launched, TUMATUMA team, whereby businesses can now send money through TUMATUMA, that will be the big cake. So, well done for that. Now, moving on, we have another presentation. And this gentleman who's presenting here today, we speak the same language. Mbuyore? Wairirevono? We can speak Kisii. We, the Kisiis, we love working with people. We have 42 tribes in Kenya. Make an effort of knowing how the other people speak. It's very intentional for you as a business person to pick up what the other people are speaking. Dr. Isaiah is going to be speaking to us about STOKE Diaspora UK Circle. This circle has really moved mountains for a lot of people. So please Put your hands together for Dr. Isaiah. Otherwise, we see your head in.
It was working initially. Now that I've stood, it's not. I think it's good to speak once people have eaten, isn't it? Somebody say that in Kikuyu. I can't remember. What did you say it is? The first girlfriend that I had was a Kikuyu, but she never thought knew that. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to recognize my colleagues from different companies who have made this possible. But I want to appreciate all of you. You could be somewhere right now, right? You could be somewhere doing something positive, but you've decided to come today here, and we must appreciate. Clap for yourself, please. And it shows seriousness in terms of why you have come. When you looked onto the profile of various companies and you decided, I need to go and listen to them. And so I'm here. My name is Dr. Isaiah Oino. I'm the chairman of STOKE Diaspora SACCO, a society that is regulated and registered by the Ministry of Cooperatives in Kenya. We are the only diaspora SACCO regulated by SASRA in Europe. There are other SACCOs within Europe, but as far as I know, as of today, we are the only diaspora regulated SASRA SACCO in Europe. SASRA stands for SACCO Society Regulatory Authority, and this is a Kenyan government authority that regulates major SACCOs in Kenya. Major SACCOs are those that have got asset of more than 100 million Kenyan shillings, more than that. Just before I continue, otherwise I'll be in trouble. Let me recognize my colleague here, Mr. Joshua Ngeresa. He is our finance director. And among here, I am speaking to probably around 20% of those who are seated here are our members. So somehow I'm preaching to the converted one. But it's good that you came. Even those who are members, it's good that you came. Now, I was born in Kenya, in a place where she said Kisii, but I grew in Kisumu Dar. And that's why sometimes Kisii is very difficult for me, Janet. But no excuse. But one thing that I remember very well is my mom. My mom died when I was just 12 years old. But her memory still is in me, what she used to do. And I think most of you have experienced that, where mamas meet together and they contribute to each other and they take children to school. If you have never experienced that, please raise up your hand. We've all experienced that. A scene where people come together and contribute. Why? Because there's a concept that if you want to go far, work with somebody. And that's why a society comes in. We invest, we put resources together, and we lend to each other, but also we invest together. And so we are able to walk far. Our impact, members enjoy financial inclusion, like high interest saving. We have various products. Now, I have been in the UK here more than 23 years. Majority of my life has been in the UK here. But one thing that I can tell you is this, and most of you may have the same experience, is that the interest rate in the UK here is perhaps, if you're lucky, if your bank is good, is 2%. If you get more than 2%, please raise up your hand. In your local commercial bank. No. But why? Why do you work so hard and you let your money sit in your local current account? And that's where we come in. Instead of leaving your money in your current account, you invest in the society. And the beauty of STOKE Diaspora SACCO being regulated, every 3 months we submit our quarterly returns to SASRA. So, your money is saved. Let me mark my words. fairly your money is what? Safe. Because let's not cheat each other. Even if you bank with HSBC, who can guarantee you that your money is safe 100%? HSBC. Can anybody raise up your hand and say, yeah, my money in HSBC is 100% guaranteed? No. There is no institution that can guarantee you that your money is 100% what? Safe. Let me be honest with you that. So, as being regulated, your money is fairly safe because every single 3 months, the regulator audits our records to ensure that your money is safe. That's key. I have one aim as a chair, and I remove my hat from chairmanship to become a member, I always tell my employees in Nairobi this. Nikikupatia shilingi moja, let me speak Swahili. Nataka at the end of the month, at the end of the year, ikuwe shilingi moja ama ipande. What do you prefer? Ipande. That is what I always tell my employees, our employees in Nairobi. If I give you 1 Kenyan shillings, either it stays 1 Kenyan shillings, it's fine. But it will be good if it grows from 1 Kenyan shilling to 1.5. Something else. And so we have our office in Nairobi who always ensure that our operations are running smoothly. And so when you join, for those who are not members, it's not you're joining a briefcase SACCO, but you're joining a society that has got an operation in Nairobi, it's regulated. Our directors are all over the world. And that reflects our membership. Our membership is distributed across US, Canada, Australia, Germany. We have members even in South Africa right now. We have members in Kenya who have never left Kenya. Never. And so the question is that why STOKE? By the way, Janet, we're no longer called STOKE UK. We are now called STOKE Diaspora SACCO. Why? It's because from the perspective that I've said, we have members across what? The world. Now we are STOKE Diaspora SACCO. Meaning that a member in Kenya can join. A member in the US can join. Anywhere else you can join as long as you want to flourish. Our logo or our motto is flourishing together. You save, we give you 4 times your savings. If you have 1 million, how much can you get? Most of the societies, when I was interacting with people here, most of the SACCOs give 3 times. 3 times multiplier. And so our competitive advantage is twofold. 1, we give you 4 times. And 2, our board of directors are distributed across the world. Somebody may be critical and say, okay, what is it? It draws experience across from the US, across from the Canada, across Kenya. And we have been intentional, China, to ensure that we don't have only directors in the UK, because we want to have the bits in the US. How do you do it in the US? How do you do it in Canada? How do you do it in Australia? And that is how our membership is distributed and our experience within the board of directors. Our board of directors, we don't come from the same background. We're not all accountants. I'm an accountant. The treasurer is an accountant. We have marketers. We have IT. All, if you look onto our board of directors on our website, it's a mix of skills to ensure that your money is not only safe, but grows. Now, I have mentioned that we are members driven. Let me just mention that again. We're members driven in the sense that you, even when you join right now, I guess what? That you have the same right like me who has been there since 2017. You have exactly the same right. It doesn't matter when you join. That's the beauty of being a society. It's different from a company. You have all the same right. But let me give you also something. That you, as an ordinary member, you have even actually more rights than I do. You may wonder why. And I want to emphasize that why we are different. You have more rights than I do because when you want to borrow money right now, as long as you meet the requirements, you can borrow 4 times. A, your loan must be guaranteed. B, you must have a security. You can borrow 4 times. No problem. But as a director, there is a question. When we formed the society, we learned from where other societies have failed. I have been in the UK here for 23 years. And one day that I went into, for the very first time, sorry, Janet, I'm going to take time. For the very first time, I went to register to vote. I've never. For the first time I did was 2022. I met two ladies when we went to register for voting. And I was wearing my STOKE Diaspora SACCO, and they started crying. And I said, okay, what's the matter? What have I done? You know, if people see you and they start crying, will you be happy? And I said, okay, what's the reason why they are crying? And they said that you guys, you took our money and the society failed with our money. And I said, our society has not failed. And the two ladies said that they had invested in the society that collapsed with their money. So they thought that STOKE Diaspora SACCO is the same as the one that failed. And that's the pain. Now, when we formed the society, we looked onto why do other societies fail. We learned from there. And let's not beat about the bush. Most societies fail because of the directors. Correct? Most of the society failed because of what? The directors. And so we learned, we did a lot of research. I'm a researcher by profession. We did a lot of research. Why? And one reason as to why is because of the loans that are given to the directors. And we put a caveat in 2017. I want to mark my words very well. 2017, we say the maximum loans that can be given to the directors, the total directors, is 10%. So in other words, if our loan book is 100 million, the maximum loans at any given time to the director is how much? 10 million only. You know, Musumeno ni yura. Trust me, there is a time I wanted the loan badly. Unataka loan. Lakini sasa wanakuambia, German, if we give you a loan, we will have exceeded what? 10%. I've requested a loan twice, but I've failed to get because of that 10% threshold. In the year 2020, and guess what? The government of Kenya introduced Regulation 2020 and had that same concept in the regulation that the loans to the directors must be 10%. They learned from us. Simuni pige makofi kiasi. 2017, when we formed, we were not under SASRA, but we had that condition. 10% at any given time. The loans must be 10%. And it's the same qualification that you go through as a director. In this room here, we have members. In fact, that committee of a credit committee is run by members. And one member of that credit committee is seated here. Please stand up. If you're a member of that committee, please stand up. There you are. When they are reviewing the loans, they look the loans not that you are a director or not. Objectively, do you have a security? Do you qualify? And if you are a director, there is that condition again. Tukikupatia, will it exceed 10%? That is the condition that we have. So your money is fairly. Next one. What are some of the requirements? To join our society, you must be a Kenyan by default, and you must be 18 years old. And the registration is 10,000 Kenyan shillings, which is equivalent to around 62 pounds, isn't it? 62 pounds to become a member. But today, for this specific event, the board passed, not Isaiah. The board of directors passed a resolution that we give 30% discount for this specific event. For those who are going to register today, not Isaiah. I don't make decision. Sometimes wajua members wananipigia simu wananiambia wajua loan yangu iko mbaya. Nakwambia mimi I don't deal with that. Please call what? Nairobi office. I don't make decision. I chair what? The board. So the board passed a resolution that will give you 10% for registration, which is equivalent to 7,000 Kenyan shillings. Once you join, once you pay your registration, we open your members portal. Again, one selling point of Stoke Diaspora Sacco is that once you pay your registration fee, we open your members portal. The moment you send money, your members portal is automatically updated. Once our account in Kenya receives the money, it communicates to our IT system. The IT system will communicate to your members portal, and you open it and you say, oh, nilikuwa na 100, saizi imefika 110. Hivyo tu. As long as you have received a confirmation from the money transfer company, you have received a confirmation that your money has been received, you don't have to send a receipt again to Nairobi. Your portal is automatically updated. If it doesn't, please call me. Once you have paid your registration, every month you must save minimum 10,000 Kenyan shillings. Minimum 10,000. Why? Because as I said, we'll multiply 4 times your savings. So if you want to borrow 1 million, surely you can't have only 10,000 to borrow. 1 million. So minimum 10,000. You know, our logo is flourishing together. Once you join, you know, and it's good we have business partners here. Ukiingia leo, have an aim in your mind. What is it that I want to do in 6 months' time? What is it that I want to buy? What business that I want to start? Right? If you want to start a business, how much capital do I need? Okay, yeah, I need X amount of money. How much do I do what we call reverse? How much do I need to be saving every month in Stoke Diaspora Sacco so that after 6 months, they multiply what? Times what? 4. And we'll support you in business. We support businesses from our members in terms of financial advice, because I'm a consultant myself, Joshua is a consultant, and we offer that free advice. It's good when I call a member and say, I started a loan, I took a loan, and I started the business is doing good, or what can I do to improve? Free. We have fixed the deposit. Fixed deposit, you fix your money over 1 year, over 6 months, and we'll give you 10.5% right now, the rate. We have children account. I'm passionate to children more than you. You know, yule msichana ako wapi? Ako wapi? Tafadhali nione kama uchaenda. I hope you understand Swahili. I am more passionate to children more than you, Janet. Because, you know, especially our young children here. If a child called me right now in London, I will leave this one here and I'll go there. So for those who have children, there's something that I learned when I was in high school. If your parents gave you 20%, don't leave your children with 20%. Leave your children with what percentage?
50%.
I think we were in the same high school. They left you 20%, leave them with what? 50%. They left you with the 40%, leave them with what?
80%.
How do you do that then? By opening what? The children account. And the next one is what is called holiday savings. We work so hard. There are some stories we read over the newspaper where people die, especially those who are in NHS. They do shift after shift. You know, niko karibu kulia because I've read twice where a lady or ladies, mostly ladies, they die because of what? Overworking. Take some time. Take holiday. And the beauty with our holiday account, it doesn't have the minimum, it doesn't have the maximum. You save. By the time ukifika nyumbani, you just need to send a form or an email. Nimefika nyumbani, nitumia pesa yangu. It would have earned what?
Interest.
Instead of doing what?
Taking what? Savings.
Instead of taking overdraft, you know, I'm an academia. I want to make sure that everybody's what. Instead of taking overdraft, some of us we want to plan for holiday and we end up taking an overdraft from the bank, which is charging a very high interest rate. So weka kidogo kidogo, leo weka 20, kesho ama next month weka 30, weka 50, weka. Ukifika nyumbani utapata umepata almost karibu 100. And it would have earned what? Interest. We also have what we call personal loans. So different types of loans. Personal loans. We have business and business loans. I heard a lot of people here, they are into business. Please come and see us. We will support you into your business. We'll not just give you a loan, but we'll give you financial advice in terms of your business. We have emergency loans. I want to emphasize on asset financing. You know, a lot of people in the diaspora, they ask me a question is that, niko UK hapa, ama niko Australia, sitaki kwenda nyumbani, why do I need to save with you? There's that friend of mine who did the first presentation. She said, Watamu, there's a project they have in Watamu. 70% of the people who have invested in Watamu, they are what?
Diaspora.
Not the diaspora.
Kenyans.
Not Kenyan.
Foreigners.
Foreigners. They are foreigners. 70% of those who have invested in Watamu, they are foreigners. Why not you? My good friend, Kipruno Kitoni, the chairman of Nairobi Stock Exchange, by the year 2022, 70% of the investors in Nairobi Stock Exchange were also what? Foreigners. Asset financing is where we can fund you. Ukitaka kununua nyumba hapa, ukitaka kununua nyumba Kenya, we can fund you so that you have a house. I think Janet is looking at me, but she knows that I talk a lot because I'm in academia. Let me just go to. Okay. Somebody might ask, okay, what about the exit plan, isn't it? Exit plan. Who want to know exit plan? Yeah. You want to know exit plan. What about if I join today and the next 5 years I want to leave? You just need to complete the form and send to us. And within 60 days, that's the regulation. It's not us who came out with that regulation, within the regulation. The reason as why we say within 60 days, you don't expect if you have saved to 10 million and you send us a form today and we give you that 10 million in instant, that it means we are not what? Good? Investors. We are not good custodian. We need that notice period so that we can be able to draw from where we have been saving. We also have what we call stock investment PLC. Within the arm of Stoke Diaspora Sacco, we have an arm of investment. So these deal with investment only. Only members of Stoke Diaspora Sacco can become a member or a shareholder of this PLC. There is no registration fee with this. The only thing we need you is to buy minimum every month 1 share, which is equivalent to 10,000 Kenyan shillings. We do have a lot of, for those who are interested in land. In fact, within the PLC itself, we have done the groundbreaking of 58 units in Kitengela. I think most of you now know Kitengela. Every road leads to where? Kitengela. Every road. Nikikuja hapa UK, the first time nilikuja hapa UK, Kitengela was more like a village, more like a forest. But right now, if you go there, it's a completely different phase. And so we have a lot of projects going on in Kitengela. Also in Maliri project, we have Pisili, we have Golden Priest in Pirika, and Acacia Rich Express with those prices. And if you need more information on them, of course, you can come and we'll give you more information. But above all, as the Bible says, is this, that I may wish that you may do what? Prosper in good health. You may prosper in good health. Thank you.
Wow. He has done his homework, right? And you know what I like about Stoke Diaspora Sacco? They are there for the members. And a lot of you want to do projects in Kenya. Sometimes you don't know where the funding is coming from. I think what they have is a solution to a lot of us. Not just building, but also investing in businesses. So I think the sampling for the organization that are presenting to us today was very intentional. And I want to thank the organizers again, because we are here sitting here and everybody will get out of that room, or rather this room, with a solution of 1 or 2 things, inspired to say, what am I going to change next? So now, why I said that is because we have had men speak, time for a woman. The CEO of the CEO of Champions Homes. We have seen her grow, and right now, pale kilele. Yeah, she's moving mountains. So Lucy Kihara, it's time for us. Tell us, Champion Homes.
I think we've been spoken to a lot. So DJ, kwanza tuchezee wimbo moja, at least tuchangamke. Si ndio? Yeah, let's stand up. Let's stand up a little bit. Yeah, kunayo. Besha, besha. So, just while you're waiting, just stretch, yeah. Doesn't have to be, yeah, it can be an English one, it can be whichever. Just stretch.
Wow. Did you like that? More is coming. We get more coming. Now time for Lucy.
Thank you. Where is everyone? Oh, was it time for everyone to? Thank you. But I'm hoping that as much as they are going for the cake, for the dessert, I don't know whether I'm going to wait until they've settled in or, yes, I think so. So those who are outside while you're grabbing your cake, maybe DJ, just play another background song for us while we wait for everyone to settle back. Thank you. While those who are outside, please, let's be quick so that we can allow the other presentations to happen. DJ, I think we'll just carry on. Maybe I'll start by giving my life history. Then I go to the presentation. So good evening, everybody. Good evening. Mko salama? Sasa ni wakati wangu wa kuongea, so I'll call my prefects to come and start writing the noisemakers so that if you're talking, you won't get it, because at this point, we've heard about the money transfers. We'll be talking, you've heard about the money transfers, the savings, how much you can borrow, but where are you borrowing to take it to if you're not going to invest it? And that is why we're here. Champion Homes, or as many people know me, Lucy Kihara. And those who know me maybe from Kitambo, I've seen some people who have saved me on their phones. Lucy wa M-Pesa. Yes, there was those days that I did M-Pesa, and some people have never set my eyes on them. We've never met, but they've got my number on their phones as Lucy wa M-Pesa. And this is the Lucy. So now she's still Champions. That time was still Champions M-Pesa. So Champions have moved on to something else. And just to give a little background on what we are, what we stand for. So Champion Homes is a female-founded developer, and the developer is myself. And award-winning, we've had a lot of awards. I'll say a lot, because having more than one means a lot. That's plural. So we've been awarded from when we started in 2022 in Kenya. As much as I'm based here in diaspora, I'm one of you. So as much as we are used to seeing a lot of companies coming from Kenya who come and sell houses, but I'm one of you, so I know how hard it is to save a few coins and then send it, and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Or tumenunua hewa sana. Tumenunua nyumba for, I've got some places I've invested, and it's been from 2018, I'm yet to get my keys up until now. So I know how hard it can be when it means that you are buying something, especially when you're buying off plan, and you are told that it will start, and it doesn't start. So I know how hard it is. And I wanted to change that narrative because I know as a diaspora, one thing that you want is delivery. And I can say, just as our name stands, champions, we deliver. And that is tried, tested. And our first project that we did was 15 marionettes, and that has sold out, which we sold as a product, as a finished product, rather than an off-plan. So probably by the entrance, there was a banner out there, and that is one of our projects that we did. Over the time, this is our third year, and we're on our third project, and that's the Vantage. And I'm just going to play a small video. I know Isaiah is ready to play that. Go ahead. Yeah.
You're never far from anything, whether it's top-tier schools, modern supermarkets, health facilities, or entertainment hubs. A premier collection of modern, luxury apartments offering the perfect blend of style, comfort, and convenience. With 56 exquisite units to choose from, each designed with attention to detail, the Vantage provides spacious living areas, high-end finishes, and state-of-the-art amenities. These thoughtfully designed two-bedroom apartments come with master ensuite bedrooms, available in two spacious sizes, 77.5 and 81.5 square meters. Experience a bright open-plan lounge, a private balcony, and a modern kitchen, all flooded with natural light and built for easy, elegant living. With completion expected in June 2026, this is your opportunity to buy off plan and watch your future home come to life. Perfect for homeowners or smart investors looking for value and growth. Because it's more than just an apartment, it's the true icon of Kabete, setting a new standard in design, quality, and everyday living. Welcome home to the Vantage by Champion Homes.
So over there, that's what we aim to achieve. And then what's continuing is the journey that we've traveled. So if you just carry on with the, yeah. So that is from the history of where we started. We did our groundbreaking in January this year. And I was privileged to have a keynote speaker actually as one of us, Pamina's Karaoke, who was present as our keynote speaker for our groundbreaking. So our Colombo hasn't just started today, but we have partnered in so many occasions. So far we have work in progress. We are on our third floor of the project, that is last week. So of the 56 units, you know that you're guaranteed that by June next year, we shall be doing a delivery. What I want to say is that the Vantage is not just any apartment that you've been sold to before, but is a statement. Why? The reason I tell you is a statement is that in UK, if I was to ask you, where can you get a two-bedroom apartment for £50,000? And if you did, what rent are you expecting? Maybe 100 quid a month, if there was any. So with this being one of our flagship projects, you are guaranteed to get at least £300 per month from your 50,000. That is if you are doing on a normal rental. If you are doing on an Airbnb kind of setup, we're looking to achieve, with the finish that we're going to give you, we are looking to achieve at least 5,000 per night. So the investment on this and the return on it, the return on investment is quite a good return. So at the moment, because we are far gone into the construction, we have maybe this just a standard plan, just a breakdown. There are many ways to do it, but just to give, like, if you are going to say, I don't want to borrow any money, I don't want to, take a mortgage, but I want to do my own installments until completion. So if you are to do the 10% upon signing your letter of offer today, in 30 days, 15%. So that will take us to, you can split it how you want until the completion date in June. But then, I'm sure you wondered, why did I have like TUMATUMA here, STOKE SACCO, and why did we come after? I've spoken with STOKE SACCO, and there's one thing that you are guaranteed, that they can lend you up to 10 million shillings. Their rate is quite low, and as a member, when you're getting 4 times your savings, so it means you could reserve your unit with us right now, start your savings with STOKE SACCO, and in 6 months' time from now, you're guaranteed that you'll have saved maybe a minimum of what, 2 million? Your 2 million, you can borrow 4 times, and you've got a unit advantage. So that is one option. How is that? So, but you cannot wait until you saved your 2 million to say that's when you're coming. So we need to have a deposit or a security. So to secure your unit, we've always reserved with, when we started, we did 100,000 only to reserve the unit. But as we've progressed, the minimum deposit at the moment is 200,000. Once you reserve your unit, we know that you're starting your process maybe with STOKE SACCO, and tonight I want to say STOKE SACCO because this is who we are partnering with, and I think the deal is good enough and saves you a lot of money, because once you've saved that within the 6 months, after that, you can stretch your loan to however long you want. And your rent can easily pay what you are supposed to be paying. On top of that, the amount of money most of us spend when we are living in Airbnbs is quite a lot. And I think that is a saving to you. So what I want to ask each and every one of you is, on your tables, there's a QR code. There's a paper with a QR code on it. Yeah? There's a QR code there. And if you scan that, it gives you a brochure of the project. So I won't have to explain so much on telling you what we have to offer, where we are located, but I'll still explain. We are exactly 14 minutes from Surrey Center. So it's not that we're telling you utaenda hivi, then after you turn right, like about 10 kilometers. No, we are only 14 minutes from Surrey Center. We are within the extended blue zone. And when I say blue zone, you understand the blue zone, the UN blue zone? Yeah, so we are within the blue zone that has been extended for the United Nations. And on that, we are right on the tarmac road, served by the bypass, which is 5 minutes from us, and to Westlands to take the bypass, the expressway to the airport, which takes you only 35 minutes to the airport. So it's such a location that here we are not saying location, location, location. We don't have to convince you because we already have it. So while I'm ending my speech with all the conversations, but again, let me just pick on something. As much as I've said that if you want to say with TUMATUMA, with STOKE SACCO, at the same time, we partner with every bank in Kenya. And I like to remind you why is it that you'll find most of us developers do not take mortgages? Have you ever asked yourself that so many developers will come from Kenya and say, unfortunately, we don't do mortgages? Have you ever thought of yourself why? Okay. So most developers do not want mortgages. And for one reason, there's maybe some paperwork that isn't right. There's maybe the titles which are not ready. Because for the bank to risk their money, they need to do all the due diligence. So they've done that for you, they've secured it for you, and they are ready to risk their money on that property. Most developers find it that is very difficult because most of the time they want to do I think security, because I think that is the one thing as diasporans, we want to know that our money is safe. But while the banks are risking to do that, is because then they have trusted the product. So if you are not going to say like, I already have a bank in Kenya that can give me my loan, we have that and we qualify to be in the KMLC mortgages, which is the 9% rate, which is the lowest in Kenya. So our properties fit within that for the affordable housing. So you are guaranteed that you'll get the lowest that you can get. So I don't know what you're waiting for. And so for that, before I end, I want to ask one question. I'm sure you are here, but you're not sure, or you're sure, but we have to express an interest. And I'm going to go to that if you know you're interested or you want to, know more, just show me with your hand that you want to know more. And don't do it to just make me smile. Do it because you want to. Because, yeah, go ahead. Okay. Our team, Maureen and the team, we have good brand ambassadors as well who work with us. We have our team. My two bosses are here. I should have introduced them. This is one of my senior bosses, Peniel. And this is my other boss here, Jade Muthenja. So glad to have you tonight, and I hope I'll get paid later. And I've got also our UK brand ambassador, one champion, Maureen Jerry. Most of you know her. Some of you are here because they were invited by her. I've also got Carol. So just to recognize the team champions, really appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you have done to make this event happen. Maureen worked tirelessly to make sure that even with my stakeholders here, she went ahead. Like if one of the companies delayed to do the logo or to do the flyer, she was so quick to do the flyer for them and say the flyer is done. So God bless you, Maureen. We don't take that for granted. And I'm sure all the stakeholders also appreciate you. Anyone else still waiting for a form? And you haven't got it? And questions as well. I'm here to answer any question that you have. Please pass the forms across so that we make sure we don't miss anyone out. So we cannot be financed while you're saying send your money. And then for tonight, and I'm saying tonight, I'm asking Tumatuma, why wouldn't you offer my people, anyone who's sending like 100K to reserve, why can't you adjust the 170 rate? If they are sending today. See? So if you're sending 100K, the account details are actually on the form. You can get CBK rate from Tumatuma as an offer. And then Stoke Sacco, what are you giving us? Today I want to hear now.
Thank you, Lucy. I was waiting for this mic. I jumped the queue. In fact, what I wanted to say is this. We do asset financing, and we do all the due diligence. Lucy is my friend. We have a separate legal team that does all the checks to assure you that the property that she's going to sell to you is genuine. Right? She's a good friend of mine. But the same way, business is business. So if you're interested in asset financing, please come and see us. We will fund. In fact, we don't look onto a multiplier with asset financing. That's what I wanted to clarify. In terms of asset financing, all you need to do is 30% on the cost. Because that property you are buying, we are securing it as STOKE Diaspora SACCO until you finish paying, and we're good to give you. Listen very well. Listen very well. I've got very few friends of Kenya. But let me tell you something. Forget anything that I've told you with the SACCO. If you want to buy something like a house or land, don't use your money. Use the SACCO's money or use the bankies. You know why? Because you're in the diaspora here. You might not do all the necessary due diligence that we are going to do. Not us. Joshua can confirm that. We don't do that. We have a legal team, a separate legal team that does all the due diligence. Nimechoma vidore, sijui mara mbili, mara tatu. So usichome vidore, tafadhali. come and see us and we'll fund you. We will not fund you we will not send money straight to you. We will send money to the developer because that is our property until you finish what? Paying it. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy anything that comes along that product. You'll enjoy it, but it belongs to us until you finish paying. The time limit. So it depends on the duration you take. If you take for a personal loan to fund the project, it will take up to 2 years to finance it. And again, we can look onto what, one of the things that we said again, we want to be seen as a responsible lender. In the year 2007, most of banks were accused of being what? Irresponsible lender. So we say this, yes, we have this model of 2 years. Yes, we have a 5 years. But we look you as an individual and say, what is it you can be able to afford? What is the duration? So if we see 2 years you might struggle to pay, we'll adjust it to 3 years. So come and speak to us and we'll support you. Don't burn your fingers.
So the only reason you do not have a home is because you do not want. And you know when was the best time to invest? 10 years ago. But the other best time to invest is now. And I think there is no better way to do it other than having that in-house plan. Not that I'll do anything on my side to prove what is not there. I have a legal team. They have a legal team that will work together. And again, I say that we are reachable. It's not many times that you'll find the team that you want to reach, but I'm reachable. Most of you probably don't see me a lot, but I'm here. Don't trust the social media. Nikisema niko Kenya, siko Kenya, niko hapa. So most of the time, what you see on social media is just for social media. Ilipigwa ikaekwa archive. So I'm here, I'm based here, and you can reach me anytime. I have an office in Dagenham East, so if you wanted to reach me, just make an appointment and you'll find me there. But this week I'm going to Nairobi to make sure that work is going on, all right? So if you are coming in December, make sure you come and view it yourself. Make sure you come and we'll host you and have a lunch with you, okay? So thank you okay, Sheila. Okay. So Vantage is located on Lower Kabete Road. Do you know the Kenya School of Government? Kabete campus? Yeah, about 14 minutes from Sarit. When you so you go further in, like you're going towards Kingero. And if you are from there, somewhere called Kamuteine. Tuko pamoja sasa. You see how they go? Oh. Let me tell you also the advantage of why you need to invest there. Plots in Lower Kabete at the moment, an eighth goes for 13 million minimum. If it's inside. If it's on the road, you're looking at 15 million. But you can own a share of that 15 million while you have your own property, advantage for only 8 million. So what else do you want? Tusha kufanyia hiyo kazi. We've already done the hard work and you have a property. So the only reason you don't have ni kukataa. So God bless you and I'll be waiting to see you. You can see any of my guys here. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead. Pana niuzie.
STOKE can facilitate, can construct.
STOKE can do that. STOKE will be able to do that, but we are hoping that also in the very near future, we are looking into that to be able to also take the development part and finance for diaspora clients. Somewhere you can also trust, but I don't want to promise you that until you've bought. Tukimaliza kuuza hiyo. Victor, yes. So the premium one is 81 point. I think you can see there is one which is 77 square meters, and the other one is 81. So that 81 makes a very big difference, and on the measurements. The cost is, the standard is 8 million, and the premium is 8.5 million. Any reservations today as well? I've got a very special offer. You get 5% off of that. Ooh, nani anatokanga na huko anakupatia 400K bure tu for any reservations today only. So we get 5% off. Yes. Hear now from an advisor. Did you hear that? The UN headquarters is moving where? So you will never struggle for a client. You will not struggle to even get a client there. So I think it's only time will tell how the prices are going. So the time to invest is now. Yes, please. And say your name as you ask the questions as well, please. Yes, Sam. Do you have another mic? Do you have a mic? Okay, let me come to you.
My name is Sam. I've just looked through the brochure, but there is no information about the sizes of the 2-bed and the 3 beds in terms of square meters or square footage, please.
Apologies for that. The brochure was missed out, and that's why we've got it on the form. When the brochure was done, that was missed out. And then the 3 beds, we were still deliberating on the design because we have all the space on the rooftop when the brochure was done. But I can confirm that the 2 in the penthouse, we only have 2 units, and the 2 units are 145 square meters, and they're going for 11.5 million. So far, 2 have been taken, and I think we've only got the 2 remaining. So, and actually, we've sold, so far, we've got about 30% of the blocks are sold. So even though I'm offering this today, it's only because sina agents leo ni mimi najilipa commission. So ndio nimepatiana hiyo 5% off. So if you are here and still feel this is it, so the 5% is only valid for any bookings that happen within this first week of November. And please quote today's event. Any other questions before I sit down? Any other? Thank you very much. I really appreciate everything, and God bless you all for coming and showing up today. We are grateful.
And Lucy's here. We can also do one-to-one because I know a lot of you, I can see the interest. The Vantage has to go today the way it's looking. So well done. Now you can see they have done their homework. Right. Looking at the situation that's happening in the UK now, obviously sometimes we have to be real with issues. Before, people are feeling very comfortable in the UK. I've invested in my house here. I've got everything going on very well. I've got stock and shares in the United Kingdom. And you are feeling good about it. And then bang, something happens and it tells you like, you can actually one day think like you have to go back home. And that reality has happened to a lot of people. You can see Black Americans are going to Kenya so fast, so quickly, because they know the investment there is ripe. And you get, the turn back is so quick. They want to do that. But for us, being real with for our children and our inheritance means we have made sure we've invested in Kenya. And the solution is saying, you have the money, okay? We have STOKE Diaspora SACCO. They're already saying, if we invest for a short while, you can get the loan. We've got TUMATUMA. They're ready to send the money back home for you. The solution is done. There you go. We got Champions Homes there. They're already building the home. So each one of us can get out of that door today with an investment because we've been shown a formula that can work for us. The next speaker is called a Good Star. Good Star. And I want to know, with this collaboration they have talked about today, where does Nyota and Njema fit in the jigsaw? So we want to hear what Nyota and Njema has got to say to us today. And I know you guys have been amazing. So let's listen to Nyota and Njema, because today we come out billionaires. Let's make sure that that's intentional for all of us. Thank you.
I'm waiting for the DJ to do what we have agreed.
Kila moja wetu ana ndoto ya kuimarika na kufika kilele katika maisha. Kwa bidii na kujituma, kila ndoto inatimia. Nyota njema tuelekea kesho pamoja. Bega kwa bega tunavuka mipaka. Hatua kwa hatua kesho yetu yapendeza. Pamoja tunatembea, pamoja tunaona mbali. Nyota njema, pamoja twainuka. Nyota njema, pamoja twajivunia. Nyota njema, future yetu iko imara. Nyota njema, nyota njema.
Nyota Njema Real Estate, lighting up your investment world.
Wow, can we give it a clap for the welcome anthem? So that is our Nyota Njema anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good evening. If you can hear me, say a better evening. Good evening. I am known for saying good morning because other title that I have, I am the executive director of BNI Nairobi South. BNI is a group of business owners who meet in Nairobi to exchange businesses. And therefore, because we meet at 6:30 every morning, every week, once a week, 6:30 in the morning for a chapter, we say good morning. And I greeted some people good morning and they were telling me it's an evening. And this is what I told them, it's a good morning somewhere in the world. So you can never prove me wrong if I'm right. So I am happy to be here. And I remember when we came together with Lucy and said, this was in June when I was here, and I told her, we need to come and celebrate the 4 years I have been in the UK. And she told me, why don't we look for partners and do something that has not been done in the UK and bring people we can partner together to provide end-to-end solution. So today I want to thank you, Lucy, for making it happen. As a man, sometimes I could give up, but she always told me it's going to happen. We set the dates. And we want to thank the TUMATUMA team, led by Boniface and the team. And then we also have the STOKE SACCO, which has really done an amazing presentation. So this has been made possible because of partnership. And in BNI, we say, we no longer have competition. We have collaboration. In a world where everybody is looking for what is in it for them, we are here to look for what can we do for each other and transform the lives that we impact. I am happy to be in this country. This has become one of my other home. And I think because they also give me a very long-term visa, I think I have a second home in this country. Not that I have a second family, but I have a second home. It's good to put things clear. I know this is live and obvious. My wife is watching, so she could be wondering, if you got another family. I have another family called the UK Diaspora. So I'm very happy to be here. And before I share what we have, I always like sharing some tips that can go take you home, even as we leave this place. We said this is an investment and networking dinner. And we have shared all the opportunities and many opportunities that you can invest. But I want to ask you to ask your neighbor, what is your risk appetite? Yeah. If they don't have an immediate answer, just know they don't know it. So, what is your risk appetite? Let me give you statistics by, can I have a shh? If you can hear me, say shh. I'll make you interact, but don't make it go too much, because you want to control the time. So it is the reality that between 18 years and 40 years, they are very aggressive people, and I fall in that team. These people, they have a very high risk appetite. The risk appetite is because they know even if they were to try something and it fails, they still have the advantage of time that they can do something else. These are the people who are working in our offices, people who are very aggressive, waking up in the morning, some of them doing double shift or even triple shifts if they are available. And they are doing this to make sure they make a better living for the future. This may be an exemption to some people, but I'm not saying this is what is supposed not to happen. So in this case, these guys can be able to save money, save through STOKE SACCO and other avenues that are available. And when you save the money, if they don't save the money, they start realizing, guy, it is 40. And at 40, most people say life starts at 40. But you know why life starts at 40? It's not because you are not living before. You are still living, but the reality dawns on you that maybe you have not done so much that you are hoping to do by the time you are that 40. So the risk appetite between 18 years and 40 years guarantee or gives you an opportunity to do so much. And I'm saying this because we have all these age groups represented here. So I'll be giving everybody their risk appetite and the opportunities. It is through that age that you see so many people are starting business. They start business because they know even if it collapses, they can start another one tomorrow. They can start another thing tomorrow. Most of those who are wise, from the process of the business, because business has good profit, they take that money somewhere that they can start planning for retirement. I like it when my wife says, because she loves using this quote, retirement is not a matter of age. It is when you realize that you have the stability to live without working. Therefore, those people who are in that age group, I want to challenge you to ask yourself, what are you doing towards retirement? Because some of us start planning retirement, we get 60 or 55, and you realize, oh, I'm going to be in pension. You call it pension here? You're going to be in pension. So you'll have that card for the bus, that card for the house, and also for home. So you'll be waking up in the morning, getting into the bus to make sure, especially during winter, you're not spending steamer in your house. And then you can go with the bus to the last edge because anyway, you're enjoying pension. Do you want to have that life, or do you want to go to the so-called where? Yes? Where do you want to go? That place. So the second group of people, they are between 40 years and 55 years. This category of people, they have a moderate risk appetite. Now, this is the irony of it. For men, they start becoming less aggressive because they feel they now need to nurture. And I'm not a medic, but there's some difference in hormones. We were discussing them with Lucy the other day and Carol. So the hormone that was making them active becomes reduced, and the hormone that was making the women inactive and becoming good nurturers of families becomes very active. Now, for those ladies who are here between 40 years, you can tell that it's like something was opened in you, and you started realizing, guy, I now know myself. I can do it for myself. Is that true? Am I resonating with somebody? Now, that's also a very delicate issue at that time, because for the men, they'll start feeling lonely. Because maybe they are married and they are now coming to nurture their wives are feeling they need to go for a cruise every 1 month. For the men, at the same time, they are feeling, now I need to nurture my children. And the children are saying, you know what, Daddy, now in my teenage, I no longer need your attention. You can handle your own stress. Now, it goes on, and now when these guys get to 55, those who are 55 and above, don't raise your hands, I know you. So those who are 55 and above years, now they start thinking, how do I retire? Some of them will go and get their pension. And you know what they do? They want to survive. They want to sustain the lifestyle they were living when they were younger. They want to sustain the cruises they were going. So they think, I can get my pension, and I go and look for the booming business. So you come into real estate and find Nyota Njema is doing crazy advertising, and we are doing good business across the country and across the borders. You say, I can also run a real estate company. You come and buy a land in Kajiado, a place called Birikani, where I have some land for my own. You buy that land, and you hope you can subdivide it and sell. Have you done feasibility? Have you done market survey? Have you done the opportunity cost that is there? So you end up doing that, and because the land you bought, you put all your pension there. Maybe you have 100. Okay, if you have 100 million, you must have a very good person. Maybe you have 10 million Kenya shillings you have put in from your pension. You take that money in that business. Unfortunately, the factors of demand and supply don't favor you. So what happens in that case? The money cannot work for you, and you feel frustrated. So you start getting frustrated, and you resort to only 3 solutions. Number 1, you retire to retire. I told the ladies and the gentlemen who are here yesterday, you retire to retire. What does that mean? You remove the TIR to put the TYR. If you understand the difference of the spelling, you understand the meaning. You retire of RITIRING, retiring, and then you put on new tires by retiring RETYRE. So you start now trying to do something else. Others will be quick to say, you know, hapo karibu na kwangu Kisaju, there are people who are doing a lot of construction. Naweza fugua nini? Hardware. Unafugua hardware, ni ngapi wazazi wao walifugua hardware alafu collapse? Because they are trying to sustain themselves, but the reality is it's not what they have been used to. Now, this is the truth. If we don't plan our retirement, as they say from where I come from, Okoro Oreagake, if you don't plan for your retirement as young as you are or as active as you are, I want to guarantee you, you end up heading in that head up of trying to live in the three ways. Number one, you rely on your children. Now, unfortunately, for those of us who have Gen Zs in their house, I want to tell you, they don't care about you. They are going to take care of themselves. They are living for the moment. So if you are expecting them to come and spoon feed you when you are old, you'll be taken to the homes that you guys take care of people. You'll be taken to that home. An African mother, an African father will be taken to a home care. Is it called a home care? Now, can you imagine you are put in a care home and you have been enjoying all these cruises and now you're in a care home? What will lead to that? Depression. Whether we like it or not. Is it not going to lead to depression? And if the depression, the other alternative is simple. It's death. Now, do you want to die after retirement? Do you want to enjoy after retirement? Then you look at your friends. At that time, they're in their 60s. That is when they are putting photos. Today, I'm going to be playing golf in South Africa. Ordering guy. I hope what I'm sharing here, we said it's an investment talk, yeah? You are seeing your friends putting golf, whatever, they're in their 60s. One of the mzes I know plays golf is around 84 years. And that guy leaves us in the course. He lands, he moves fast. And then you wonder, guy, do some people have more years, more blessing than myself? It is because they planned their retirement when they had the energy. And therefore tonight I'm here to challenge you. If you have not planned your retirement, start planning now. Because as Lucy said, and you should pay for using my trademark without telling me, the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now. Because 10 years to come, you can count your age and ask yourself, in the next 10 years, where will I be? Will I be saying, I'm happy I did an investment, or I'm sad I never listened to those guys who are talking to us? And therefore today, I want to share a few investment tips that can help you. And even if you don't listen to me, please go and share it with your children and your children's children, because it may help them to become independent. Number one, when you are about to retire, ensure you have a passive income equivalent to at least 2/3 of your income currently. And if possible, make it 100%. Because there are times you will wake up and your body cannot allow you to go and work. So what do you do by this? There are many investment classes. And one of the best investment classes is investing in government securities. Yes, Dr. Isaiah said it, and I want to confirm. There is no investment that is 100% secure. But government securities are almost 95% secure. Because before a government defaults on a local bond that has been issued to the members of public, it has to exhaust all other external means. Because can you imagine your government is not able to pay its own members of public? Can it be able to pay the international community? Therefore, the government bond becomes almost the most guaranteed return investment class. Now, it's also good to note, a government bond it's also a long-term investment. It can be in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, based on what the government wants to raise. Now, the longer the bond, the lower the interest. So it's good also to note that when the government wants to mobilize the money and will give you an interest for 25 years, you don't expect them to give you 20%. Because it's like you are going to be employing the government to work for you to pay taxes. I don't know whether that is making sense. So in that case, a government security becomes a very important investment. But then the question is, do you know these government securities, when they are raised, most people don't have money in their pockets. And therefore, last year, we were doubting that the government would be able to pay its Eurobond. Many of you, those who follow investment, you know that was happening. And what happened to the market? People who have money put their money in accessible investment classes. And that is where the money market became very famous last year. Did you hear money market? I know many of you have asked me, Paminas, how can I invest in money market? I want to tell you, money markets are good, but do not be an emotional investor. The reason money markets were very good last year is because most people who had money were waiting for the government to release the bond, and they can easily acquire their money from the money market. And you know, money markets earns an interest every day. So you can easily raise a request to get your money, And you can get it in 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours in some of the money market funds. If that is what's to happen, most people put the money in the money market, waiting for a government to release a bond, and they will go get the money. So after that, the market stabilized. What is the rate of money markets today? Is actually some people or some organizations is a single digit. Actually, most of the stable ones are single digit. The only one that was looking so good has also some issues in the past. I don't want to go to the nitty-gritty. Go to online and check. So the reality is, what do you look at when investing in money markets? Number one, it's good to check at the stability in asset capacity of the organization. Besides giving an interest rate, in case the market was to go down, is the organization able to liquidate its asset and pay you back your money? So don't be emotional investors who are run quickly by the quick return on investments projected. Look at also what is the risk associated. Number two, when looking at money market, look at also the person behind. He said about the directors. The directors behind an organization can tell you whether the organization is going to run, to sustain itself through the turmoils or not. So money markets becomes that thing. So how many have I said? Treasury bonds. And I told you why the treasury bonds was released was very high. Last year, the government gave a treasury board of 17.9%. 17.9 ni kama umepatia serikali, let me speak in English. It's like you've given the government to work for you and give you a return on investment per year of 18%. 17.9 rounded off is 18%. So every year, every 6 months, the government is paying you 9%. Isn't that a good way to plan your retirement? So the question is, how many of us took that opportunity? And how would you be able to get this? So here we have a stock SACCO, and I asked him for the permission to also mention this. That is why even ourselves, when we realized the market was having this issue, and I hope we can also take advantage of our membership, I asked myself, I had 1 million when the market was, the government issued the bond. How much would I be able to buy of the bonds in my savings? I had my money in KCB. How much bonds would I have been able to buy? Bonds worth 1 million. Now, if I had my money in stock SACCO, and I'm able to access that money as a loan, I compound it into 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, how much would I have been able to do? Between 4 million and 5 million. Now, because that I have said, you have Kikwetu SACCO, the ours is a small baby. We are going to be running. I have asked him to be my mentor because we don't compete in this market. We only complement each other. So we started a SACCO because of the need. Now you know where the SACCO was started. I started a SACCO last year called Kikwetu SACCO. It has not been trading. We were trying to find our niche. And our main goal is investment focused. So mine is, we are creating a system which is going to be launched on 11th of December in Nairobi. So those who are going to be in Nairobi, please join us. We are going to be in KICC most likely. We'll be launching that as a SACCO. And the system we want to create is a system that is able to analyze the market, advise the members based on their savings. So, and this we can also work together to develop it and make it more successful. So if you have saved 10 million, or 1 million, or 5 million, you can be able to access 4 times, 5 times, and for us, for a start, because we are starting, and I like being honest, even you, I know we didn't start at 4 times, we started 3 times. But the truth is, as we go along and we see your payment history, we can increase your capacity or your, the multiplication effect. So this is the advice I want to give you. Invest in, they call it soft money or soft investments. Invest in soft investments that you can be able to liquidate your money and multiply it so that you use other people's money to grow your wealth when others are sitting there saying there is no money. Am I helping us? It's a whole system that everybody must think. So if you have been saving money in your bank, be it in this country or in Kenya, and the bankers who are looking at me, I know many of them are, most of the CEOs of the banks are my friends. I want to tell you, you're actually not doing justice to yourself. Say, use the money where you can be able to access more. If you are saving money in a bank account, you can only withdraw your savings. If you are saving money in a SACCO, you can be able to borrow or multiply your savings into the times that the SACCO give. One SACCO gives even 5 times. I know some of the bigger SACCO that started maybe in 1970s are giving up to 5 times. The question is, what are you waiting to say? I cannot retire well. Whereas you have the capacity and the ability. As I go faster because of the time, I want to challenge everybody in this room today and everybody watching us, because by the way, we are live. So if you didn't know you are live, some of you have been seen laughing. So know that you are live. So it's good to note that when you are looking at an investment, look at investing using other people's money as opposed to investing using your own money. Isaiah has mentioned here that why should you use your money to buy a house? Why should you use your money to buy that land? Whereas the SACCO can give you money and help you with the due diligence to do the due diligence on the SACCO, on the property that you're buying, and get you the property using other people's money. If you think I'm lying, even your local government here, does it have loans? So why do governments borrow money and they can print more money if they want to spend more? Because they need to ensure what? The currency remain strong or stable, but also they need to grow using other people's money. Am I communicating? One day, and I have a dream, which I'll share here. I have a dream that one day we'll issue a bond that the government will come to us as an organization and ask us through our membership that whether we can be able to finance a project. A good example, there's a project which was funded by population of the Republic of Ethiopia. The dam that our current president went to launch with the president of Ethiopia. Do you know that project was not done by the government? It was done by the public. The members of the public brought together their money and they did that project. And for a certain entire period, they'll all be earning money, leaving a legacy, not only for them, but for their children and children's children. Am I communicating? So as I speak to you tonight, I want us to think, what actions are we going to take? Lucy has presented the Vantage, which I was privileged, and thank you for giving me the honor to be the keynote and reading the groundbreaking. When you launched that project, I told guys, if you can invest your $50,000 and you have a passive income from your rent, so you are able to have your retirement taken care of. Don't look at their children's retirement or your children's life. If you educate, they also will not care about you, so also don't care so much about. Ama namna gani? You know, let's be realistic. If they are not taking care of you, why should you take care? You should tell them, by the way, you are now that years. Go and get yourself your own wealth. It is a hard one. Penny, don't look at me badly. It's the truth. And we have to be realistic. Am I communicating? So what do you do with this? Ensure that by the time you get that age that you cannot work, you have money working for you. So I have mentioned about 4 things maybe you didn't know. I said about government securities, that is treasury bonds, and there are T-bills which are short-term. I have said about money market. Money market is like just a saving. Money market is not an investment, by the way. Because in SACCOs, and I didn't hear him say, we give dividends at the end of the year. If you give dividends of 10%, and the money market is giving you an interest rate of 10%, why don't you save your money in a SACCO, which will give you dividends of 10%, and still you have a compounding effect on your money? Is that making sense? As opposed to putting the money in the money market, because there's an excitement with money market, and I know most of us have heard about it. You put it at the 10% or even the 15%, for instance, if it is a good market time, but it cannot give you more than what you have in your money market fund. Am I communicating? However, when the rates are good, invest. But remember, the rates also keep on changing. So when the rate comes down, what happens to your money? I hope now you must be very keen to be on the lookout, because there it start depreciating your money. But there's a factor that we all forget. The factor called inflation. Do you know inflation? You may not realize that your money is depreciating, but your money depreciates with inflation. What do I mean by this? If you had 1 million when the inflation rate was 5%, and the inflation rate of a country goes to 10%, and you are getting your income, or from your fixed deposit of your money market, you're getting an income of 12 or 15%. Let me give it on the higher side. How much have you gotten as your net income? It's going to be, if it was 5%, now the inflation has gone to 9%, there is a 4% markup in terms of inflation, meaning your money has been devalued by 4%. Then you have gotten maybe 12%. Sorry, I'm being mathematical, but I hope it is going to help you, because figures don't lie. So you get the 12%, and the inflation rate is 9%. So what is your net growth? It's actually 3%. Now, we realize the withholding tax of 15%. How much are you with? Some of us, you are quick to invest, but you don't look at those factors that I have mentioned. And therefore, I'm happy to announce that Njema Real Estate is growing to become an investment company. And now we have been listed through Njema Holdings, and we have been given a trademark certificate to be investment advisors. We'll be running, we have licensing to do insurance and banking and real estate. Isn't that a good milestone that we have been able to achieve? So if you'd want those advisory, come to us. We have a team working on the ground. But also, I cannot live here without giving you what is the most stable investment. The only stable investment and less overpriced is what? Is land. Why do land become the most stable investment? Is because land is scarce. We are not creating more land. God is not coming to create more land. And even if he was to come, it will also be scrubbed and become very scarce. So because land is a scarce commodity, that's why you see prices of land keep on appreciating. So those of us who are here with us when we started with Nanyuki, we were selling Nanyuki at 150,000. Today, the same Nanyuki is going for 330,000 cash, an installment of 399. Now, isn't that a capital appreciation in 4 years that is equivalent to almost double the amount? Isn't it more than 100% growth? However, people have this mindset. Now that I have a kaploti, I can liquidate it. I want to challenge you. Investment in land is not for liquidity. It is for capital appreciation. So don't invest in land and tell me tomorrow to sell for you the land. I guarantee you it will not have given you more value. So give it time. And when you give it time, also look at the activities happening. I can do an investment talk the whole day. But because I'm limited by my time and I've actually exceeded it, and my apologies, Janet, I want to encourage you. If you have some land, look at something you can do on that land. Can you invest in, can you plant trees? You know, planting trees alone, it makes the land value start appreciating. If you can do a holiday home, by the way, she asked whether we can develop. Come to STOKE SACCO and get some financing. Then come and tell us, we want to develop a holiday home. We'll develop for you the holiday home. We'll take you through the approval processes and ensure that you get something. I'm happy to say there are some people who have approached me as my customers at individual capacity, and I'm managing some properties for them just for the sake of keeping an eye on their properties. So what are the properties we have today? We have Nanyuki still remains be my happiest. You know what I tell people? When you invest in Nanyuki, you can build a holiday home, and you can be living on the northern hemisphere, taking breakfast on the southern hemisphere, and you are making babies like me, make them on the equator, because Nanyuki is on the equator. Am I making sense? So if you don't have a plot in Nanyuki, please see me after this. Number 2, my promotion for those who want to build a home in Nairobi. And over and above what Lucy has said as our investment properties, we have Kikuyu, Kamango. Nilisikia watu wa Kamango wakiwa hapa. Kuna watu wa Kamango? Yes, Kamango is now a go-to place. I don't know whether you have seen every company has gone there. We opened a project last month. It's going for 1.2 million for 50 by 100. And you can get, we are hoping that will be a gated community just for those who are buying. Now, I want to conclude by saying this. We have Diani, which came as a result from this country. I came to Bristol, and I'm happy the Bristol guys are here. Bristol, I saw a table of Bristol members. Yeah, Kina Victor, Fidelis, and my friend, Josiah. These guys told me we want to plot in Diani. I went and bought some properties in Diani Tiwi because the Diani Ukuda was very expensive. And we have properties going for 750, which is 3.5 kilometers from the beach, and 1.2 for those which are just 1.2 kilometers from the beach going for. And you can pay in cash, installment, and you can pay up to 1 year. Now, this is the interesting part. Njema is a digital company. We have an app on your Play Store and App Store. And those who have been with us, you can pay on the app through M-Pesa. It isn't integrated. You just put a number, SDK push comes, and you move. I thought that would be helpful so that the starters, we can guide you on the right place to invest. Those who are grown, we have the right place to invest. And those who want to compound their money through the land, we are there to you. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. I want to recognize the foreign people as I conclude. I want to recognize Jeff and the team here. This team, they are pushing me and they are putting me pressure. And one day, who knows, we might start a bank together. I'm saying that on a light note, but just watch the pace. Am I communicating? Number 2, I want si mkiinua mkono ili mjulikane nani. Hawa watu wamekuwa hapa ni wenyeji hapa. Yes? Then I want to introduce one partner who is also a local here. He has been doing very good job in Africa. He has been running Hand in Hand, which is an NGO serving Kenyans across Africans across many countries. And we met, and now we have become partners. So we are selling one of his properties, their properties in Embu. So Grant, please stand. Yeah, let's give a clap to Grant Smith. And Grant Smith was gracious enough to give me an office address and a location. So from now, we have an office in Chelmsford. So now you can come and call. And when you call, you'll meet Sam, the son. Sam is a Muzungu but speaks Kiswahili. So he is going to guide you on the properties that we have and the investment opportunities. Isn't that a good place? So check on our social medias. You'll see the address. This gentleman is one hosting us. And we are hoping, if all goes well, let me say if, when all goes well, he'll be joining us in the board of directors by the end of this year, so that we can have also another investment. This gentleman is also a contractor here. He has developed many houses in this country. So thank you for supporting us and being part of Nyota Njema Real Estate. Are we not happy to have that? So I want to call the people who are receiving titles as I see it. Is that right? The people who are receiving title deeds, we have the concept Nyota Njema was able to do is when we come here, we deliver the titles when you invest. So I want to prove that this is not a hoax. So the titles are here. Maybe I'll ask now that Lucy is my friend, we have been sharing the stuff. So Jade, please come with the titles. And if I call you, let's clap for them. They took the risk of investing. They can do the search of the titles. Some of them have gone to the sites. So you can ask them whether they are good places. You know it's good to us or not. And on the flyers we have the pin for the plots. That means I'm not hiding anything. You can scan, see the pin, see whether the land is. If you like it, we are the first, among the first companies to do virtual tours. That QR code is showing you even the way the plots in Akakwa ground. Is it not an inspiration? So, Grace Wajiko Mwangi, are you here? I don't know who is here and who is not, so just call the names. If they are not there, we move fast. Lucy Margaret Nyambura Nyoto. Hiya. And by the way, they are not papers. You can see their titles. Yeah, so that you don't say I'm just reading papers to impress. Next is Martin Murage Muiro. Yes, Martin is here. He's a young man. Let's give him a clap. He's not an old folk. So he's a gentleman. Then Robert Wairima Kahasho. These guys we met here last year, and I'm happy to have your titles today. Robert Wairima. I'm calling them Teresia Wangari. Let me ask Fidelis to come and receive on behalf of Teresia Wangari Kingara. You know her. I know she's your travel buddy, yes? So you just hold it. Okay. Can I ask you to be calling the names as I hand over the titles to avoid duplication?
We have Collins Joroge Wanjiku. Collins Joroge. We have Anthony Wanjiro. Anthony Wanjiro. Margaret Nyokabi Karaoke. Margaret. We have Hannah Wanjira Gadigu. Gadigu. Joachim Joseph Gitari.
Now we are making him become a Kenyan. Yeah?
We have Irene Modemba. Irene Modemba. We have Jane Wanjigo Kishore. Jane. We have Nelson Monge. Nelson. We have Christine Zobayeni. Christine Zobayeni. We have Visionary Ladies Courgettes. Visionary Ladies. We have Joram Wamagui.
Let me say something about Joram as he comes. Joram was, as he said, it was said, he's a young man. He's one of the best investors. He invests, akimaliza ananiambia, where do I take the money that I've been paying you? What else is available? So I ask your mom to come and join you so that you can receive the title with her. Please, ma'am.
We have Pauline Wanjiko Kidua. Pauline. Jerry Monga. Anastasia. Rebecca Wanjiro Karori. Elizabeth Wanjini Wakangu. Purity Wangoi Kanodia.
You see the way many people are not here? So I hope next time you'll all be there to receive your title. Is that a good one? They were all invited, but maybe some are in factories. Susan Wakangu, she said we send. Luton. Sylvia Mudhoni Njiro, now that is the sister to Fidelis. Then kuna Lilian, we are called Scotland, when that one is Scotland. Neema Maria Jonjo. Okay, that one is not here. And Frida Njeri Muhia. Hey, wako wapi? And finally, Esther Njabi Kangede, Northampton. Okay, so that's it. So let me give Fidelis. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much. If you can hear me, say shh. There are people who have not received theirs. Okay, there are questions, but I don't want to respond because I've taken a lot of time. I will only respond to maybe 2 if you allow me. The ones, a Q&A. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a plot, there are forms here looking like this. If you'd like to fill one, it's an expression of interest form. You can pay a deposit of as low as 50,000 Kenya shillings, the balance within 1 year. However, those who are going to book today between now and the 7th of this month, you'll get a 30,000 discount of what we give as the Gen Z offer. If you're a Gen Z, you'll get 30,000 discount. If you have a Gen Z in your house, you get 30,000 discount. But if you are also here today, you get 30,000 discount to inspire generations to invest. Kenya shillings, please note. I don't want to be killed. Kenya shillings. So I hope I have helped you with some tips. And even if you don't remember anything else, just start building your retirement now. Thank you and God bless you.
Well, give it up to him. Good star. Did he deliver like a star? Yes. And what will your legacy be? That is something to walk out of here with. We're supposed to have a panel, but I've canceled that out because we'd like to have more time to actually network with each other and network with these companies. But not before I take a few feedback, because everything always says something like, you know what, I'm feeling more inspired and empowered, but it would be nice to have a feedback. What did you take from here?
I've always believed in partnerships, and this just rubber stamped. And it's my 4th year in the UK, and I've been looking for such forums. I've been looking for such opportunities. So this happens to be the best event I've attended in my 4 years in UK.
Fantastic. And what's your feedback?
As Kenyans, together we are stronger, and we've seen that we can work together. Thank you.
Together we are stronger. Florence, what's your feedback? You can stand up as well. We haven't seen you stand.
Good evening, everybody. So my name's Flo. I think one of the things I've taken, Kenyans, we are known for wivu. Now, I've seen Nyota Njema, he's introducing his SACCO, and you already have Dr. Isaiah, who is already established in the same industry, but you can see he's willing to be mentored by Dr. Owino. I think that's something we need to take away. You cannot, and that's why you see Asians, they've got a shop, one next to each other. You have your customers, I'm not going to take them. So I think that's something I've taken away. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am. What did you take home?
Good evening. My name is Alice Onia. I just wanted to say, like, or like you have seen all these guys, they have come together, all of them, they are not jealousy. They are lifting each other. I think Kenyans, we should go carry that mood. Yeah? That's why we are having the problem with the Gen Z, because Gen Z, they are acting the same like them. They lift each other. But with the old people, you are somebody, where did you buy this? They can't tell you. Huh? They will tell you somebody brought for me from America. Then you say, okay, can you bring it for me from America? No, I even lost the contact for that person. Actually, I'm happy and I'm STOKE Diaspora. I'm there for you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I won't ask anybody else unless someone has a feedback that they really want to give. Lift your hand up, please. We have time for each other, but can I also say we have jungle dwellers here. They're giving Christmas deals for those who are going to Kenya, in Mombasa, and also Masai Mara. Jungle dwellers, stand up. It's always good to lift one who's sitting next to me. That is jungle dwellers. Now, all these companies you've seen here today, I'm going to tell you, all of you, that they know something called CSR. I've been standing here as your host for tonight, but can I also say, on Face of Kenya, we appreciate companies and individuals that are pillars with what we do on Face of Kenya, giving back to the community. No one got poor because they gave. So as we lift each other business-wise, let us remember we are where we are because of our education. And Face of Kenya is big on education. We are building a school now. They closed now. So from this week, we are building in Kangure, which is Mwea. So if you feel touched for your CSR, please see me. I always have to say something about me because at the end of the day, we are all Face of Kenya. Can I also say congratulations to the organizers of this? Would you like more of these forums? Lucy, the feedback has been given unanimously that we want more of these forums that are building forums. And I'm inspired, the community is inspired. So we are not closing the meeting. What we are doing, we are having time to network. If the DJ is playing music, it's going to be very, very low, because at our age, we need to be able to hear each other. Yeah? So, now, and obviously we have this guy deals with money, Mr. Joshua. 1 minute, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Hello, members. Janet has told me to do quick, so I'll do very quick. 2017, you can see the video on YouTube. Janet interviewed me and said, where is the SACCO heading? We had just collected, I think, £100 then. We wanted to open a bank account. But I said, in 10 years, we want to have 200 million in the account, because I was thinking if we have 200 million, we can transform into a microfinance. We did that in 5 years. So in 5 years, we had already passed 200 million. And when she interviewed me in 2022, I said, our way of travel is 1 billion SACCO in 2030. Can we do that? I still believe so, and I will maintain in 2030, we want to be a 1 billion SACCO in assets. But I'm pretty sure we are not going to do it alone. That's why we are here. We're traveling this journey together. I wanted to mention 2 things, 1 minute. For our members, especially the new ones, we do interest and dividends, 2 things. Last year, we did 8.5% of interest, and we also did 8% on dividends. Dividend is given on your share capital, interest on your savings. One thing also I wanted to add on what my chair said. Once you join, you don't have to do 6 months before you qualify to buy a SACCO property. You just need to pay your registration. And if you want to buy a SACCO property which you feel it's on that list, there are any that you need, you don't have to do your 6 months. You just need to do your deposit and you qualify to get that property, and the SACCO finances you up to full value, so long as you are a member. Are we together? If you are a member, it is full value. If you are not a member or you are buying something that is not from the SACCO, we do that up to 7%. We are looking to review that 7%. We might move it to 8% and even increase the period currently from 6 years to up to 10 years. So we're doing this together.
Thank you very much. I'm going to rush him because that was supposed to be a 1 minute. It took 3. Now, we don't want to meet here. I don't want to take the microphone again. So we're going to have a closing remark, not for you to go, but to open up the networking. If there's any of them you want to speak to, I also want to speak to you. So don't go before I speak to you. Lucy Kihara, time for you to do our closing remarks.
So thank you very much. I think, I know.
I forgot something. Let us not forget UKENTV when we're thanking everybody else. I still need to have a home.
Hey, kwa kinandoa. So I want to first of all say thank you very much. And can I ask Maureen to just come forward with Kenyati? If they can kindly just come forward. George Kenyati, as they are coming, I want also to say, Joshua, you forgot to say that I opened an account and I took my shares and everything. Where are my gift bags? My goodies? We need some, we know. On your tables, there's some soft balls, there's some tension balls. I'm sure they carry a positive message. That was just something for you to keep, squeezing as you are listening, to make sure that you are full of positivity and everything, and a pen and a key ring. Some of them don't have. So that is courtesy of Champion Homes. So as you go, make sure you save the number, keep the pen. And if you do not have a pen from Champion Homes tonight, make sure you collect one from the back. It's time for Christmas, so that is my Christmas present to you. So in case we don't meet, it's a Merry Christmas, and we are grateful. So the reason I've asked for these 2 people to come and stand here is because I just want to appreciate them, that as much as I did put the event together, it wouldn't have been possible, was it not for these 2 people. They do have a company called StageLink, and their work is to also put up events like such. And so if you're looking, and for the ones that we are going to do in the coming future, StageLink have got you covered. And one thing, I think people are gifted differently. And when it comes to mobilization, there's someone I even think her mother named her differently and called her Maureen instead of Mobilize. So God bless you, but I want you to just say one word, both of you.
Hi. Good evening. My name's Maureen. I'm very excited this evening. And God bless you for all coming. And we are looking forward to have a very big event next year. God bless you all.
Bwana asifiwe. Praise God. My name's George Kinyati from Nottingham. This is my boss.
So don't go, stay there because you'll be saying the closing prayer for us before you go. And I just wanted to appreciate each and every one of you for every effort, for staying till this time. We are grateful. We know there are people who plan for events and you can do so much, cook, everything, and then people don't show up. That has not been our case tonight. And our hearts are full of gratitude. So again, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Whether you just came to just, network with us, invest in us, invest with us, everything, we know it is an investment. Because even you taking your time to be here, that is the biggest investment, I think, for all of us. Because having you, you've invested in us, and we don't take that for granted. We know UK, we are paid per hour. And for the time that you've been sitting here, I think maybe some of you up to you had the bank is here. Like that table is even opening a bank. Maybe they would bill us for 1,000 an hour. But they came and just, became part of us. And we don't take that for granted. So every one of you, just give yourself a big clap and appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself. Yani haujajifurahia when you ham clap? I want to see you appreciate yourself. So thank you, thank you, thank you to my stakeholders. What can I say? The call I made, none of you looked back. We did not have thousands of meetings to convince you. You saw the vision, you bought it, and we went for it. And I'm believing that we are going to do more than this, and we'll do UK tours together, and we'll do more than what we have done. And not just in the UK, we are already planning for one for the States. So we are going to do more and more. And hopefully we can have more on our consortium, that we have like-minded businesses, because I think it's about having the like-mindedness to do greater things. So asanteni sana, nimewashukuru, na we love you with the love of business and for what you're doing. Yes? So, and if we don't get to see you again, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas, because I think a lot of companies are doing their Christmas dinners now. So I'll take that this was our Christmas dinner as well with you. So a very Merry Christmas as you celebrate with your loved ones. Enjoy, and do not eat all of it. Invest some of that. Make sure that you have a property. As you had, you don't have to save 6 months. You have the security when you're investing in an asset. So don't wait to save 6 months. Just open an account and we can start the journey together. Our one-liner is together we are champions. And I believe tonight, together we've been champions and we are going to continue to be champions. So God bless you all and God do you good. Thank you. So do not leave the rooms.